New Orleans is known for a lot of things: jazz, culture, incredible food, but if there's one thing everyone talks about, it's beignets. So on this trip, I went on a mission to find the best beignets in New Orleans. I tried the most popular, most talked about spots, the ones you're probably going to see first on Google Maps, Yelp, Facebook groups, and TikTok. Let's see which one actually deserves the crown. Quick disclaimer before we start, I didn't try every beignet spot in New Orleans, of course. Locals will always have their own favorites, and there are definitely hidden gems outside of this list. But if you're a first-time visitor, these are most likely the places you're going to end up at. They rank high, they're popular, and they come up again and again in reviews online. So this is a first-timer's guide to some of the biggest beignet names in the city. So we got to start with the most famous one, Café Du Monde. This is the beignet spot everyone knows. Open 24 hours, iconic green and white setup, and basically a New Orleans landmark. If you've read the Reddit threads, Facebook groups, travel forums, people will argue about this place nonstop. Some say it's overrated, others will say you have to try it at least once. And I am definitely on that side of the spectrum. If you're coming to New Orleans for the first time, maybe the only time in your life, of course, see what the hype's all about. The line may look a little daunting, it always wraps around the corner, it feels like, and goes down the street, as you can see here, but what's good about it is this place is massive, tons of seating, and this line right here only took me 5 minutes to actually get inside and get seated. This place is hustling and bustling, and they are moving people in and out constantly. A little tip, if you don't want to actually sit down, there's a separate line around the back so that you can order beignets and your coffee to go. So once I got seated, I had to try the famous beignets and Café Oula. I think that's how it's pronounced. Or it might be Oulé. 1 second. Quick Google search. Olé. Okay. Café Olé. I had to get it right. So the beignets here are light, fluffy, they're served fresh and hot, and they're absolutely covered in powdered sugar. I'm talking about a mountain of sugar on top of each one. Best way to describe these is they're light and fluffy on the inside with a little crisp on the outside and taste like a donut, a warm, fluffy donut, or like a pancake. The Café Olé is okay, it's nothing crazy. If you're a coffee lover, this definitely has like a coffee taste to it. I think that's the chicory. But when you're scarfing down these beignets with this much sugar on top, you need a drink to wash it down, and this is a solid choice. I'm definitely happy I went. I recommend you go too. I would say this is the baseline. Whether it ends up being your favorite spot or not, this is the standard. Everything else will get compared to on your trip. Next up is Café Beignet. This spot comes up in a lot of conversations as the alternative to Café Du Monde, or the direct head-to-head big name competitor. A lot of people say the beignets here are a little bit more consistent. The vibe is a little less chaotic and easier to enjoy if you don't love massive crowds. I don't know about that. When I was there was a solid line and it seemed to be constantly flowing. There's a lot of foot traffic because it's off of a main road here. But the vibe on the inside is cool, and there's plenty of space for seating or if you just want to grab your food to go. The service was fast, friendly, and I did like that they had a few different flavor options. I got the classic beignets with the chocolate syrup on the side so I can drizzle it on top, baby. So these are still classic New Orleans style beignets, but in my experience, the outside was a little bit crispier and the inside was a little less soft than Café Beignet. And overall, I think that might be just like how they're baked. I think entirely this is like a crispier beignet, or at least the batch I got was, and that's all I can attest to. And after a quick search online, it seems like the reviews generally say that if you're in for a little bit of a crispier, while still being fluffy, beignet, this is your spot. The chocolate syrup was good. Obviously nothing crazy to write home about, it's just chocolate syrup, but I like it. The vibe here is cool. It's got that old school like diner parlor vibe, and had live music while I was there, so that's definitely a plus. This is one of those places where people will say if Café Du Monde is too crazy, come here instead, but I think it holds its own and is well deserving of a spot on the top beignets list. Then we've got Streetcar Café. This one feels more like a casual neighborhood spot, like a hole-in-the-wall little diner. It's not just a beignet only place. They do breakfast, lunch, burgers, coffee, but the beignets still get a lot of love, and I'm so glad I ordered them to go along with my burger. Because this is more of like a full service cafe, I liked the amount of options they had for specialty coffee. If you're a coffee drinker and you need something good to wash down these heavy sugary beignets, I like this place a lot. I think I got the iced caramel latte, but I was in between like a few different options, and they had some specials going as well. So if you're hungry and you want to get a full bite to eat and have a less touristy vibe, this is going to be the spot. If you want to feel more like a local, avoid that crazy tourist chaos, and you want beignets without making it a whole production, this is a solid spot. Now this one is a little different. Loretta's. Loretta's is famous for their praline stuffed beignets, and this is where things really change when compared to the other beignets. Instead of just powdered sugar, these are filled with a rich, buttery praline mixture. And these are just so fire, guys. Like, these taste like something your grandma would make. Online, this is a spot people definitely talk about and recommend if you want something more filling and dessert-like. These are definitely rich and sweet. They're messy, they're indulgent, and they are delicious. This is definitely not just the super traditional route, but it's one of the most talked about beignet variations in the city, and a spot that both tourists and locals love. So which one is best and what do I recommend? Honestly, it depends what you're looking for. I know you're gonna hate me saying that, but it really does. So I'm gonna summarize where you should go based on your taste buds and your vibe. If you want the classic New Orleans experience and to check off something off your bucket list, Café Du Monde is still hard to beat. The beignets are solid, they're fluffy, and if you're a first timer, you just have to go here. Try it for yourself. If you want something just slightly calmer than Café Du Monde, but still get a great beignet in the heart of Nola, Café Beignet is a great one. It's a cool vibe, live music, and you've got a few good options whether you want to hit up Canal Street or Bourbon or a couple others. If you want a casual, more mom and pop, hole-in-the-wall feel, Streetcar Café gets the job done, and is kind of a sleeper pick for me and may secretly be my number one. Great service, great drink options, and the beignets easily rank up there as the best I had in the city. But if you want to satisfy your sweet tooth and get something a little bit more over the top and unique, Loretta's definitely stands out. And in my honest opinion, if you were only gonna go to two, you have to cross off Café Du Monde and Loretta's. I hope this video helped you plan your trip and decide which delicious beignets you're gonna stuff your face with when you get to Nola. Make sure to subscribe and check out my other New Orleans food and travel videos. I review some of the best hotels here, and I also give you the perfect 3-day itinerary for your first time visiting New Orleans. So drop a comment if you've tried any of these spots and let me know which one of them you are most excited to try if you haven't been here yet. I'll see you guys in the next video.